Many important additions to the Tech High School campus arrived between 1965 and 1977, including Moon Hall, the Cecil LMcClintock Media Center, and Anderson Hall. Moon Hall, 1965. Cafeteria, commercial foods, and music department. The Cafeteria Music Building was built in 1965 and was later named William F. Moon Hall in 1993. Mr. Moon graduated from Tech High School in 1928 and taught vocal music and became the department chair, devoting his lifelong career to Tech students. He taught from 1935 to 1978, 43 years, and was most devoted to Tech High School and the Tech Choir. He attended nearly all events on the Tech campus because they all involved music. Moon Hall houses a cafeteria which can seat over 1,000 students and nearly 100 faculty members. It also housed the commercial foods prep kitchen and serving areas. There are 8 serving lines in the cafeteria. The music department classrooms, private practice rooms, and keyboard rooms are located on the second floor above the cafeteria. A covered walkway connects the music department to the auditorium. Moon Hall covers 60,000 square feet. Cecil LMcClintock Media Center. May 22, 1975 was an unusual and exciting day for the Arsenal Technical School campus. Supreme Day in 1975 was the day when groundbreaking took place for 3 new buildings. The new auditorium, later named for Tech's third principal, Hansen H. Anderson, the Instructional Media Center, named for Tech's fourth principal, Cecil LMcClintock, and the new Girls' Gymnasium, adjoining the Boys' Gymnasium. May 22, 1975 started with breakfast, the raising of a garrison flag, a cannon salute, and then moved on to reveille and the groundbreaking ceremonies. Mayor Richard Lugar, Superintendent Carl Kalp, State Superintendent Harold Nagley, Principal A. Ray Reed, School Board President Paul Lewis, father of longtime Tech teacher Cynthia Lewis Hartshorn, Denver Jordan, a former student, and Julia Lewis. Retreat was then sounded and refreshments were served. Honors were presented to outstanding students who have shown achievement at Tech, a traditional ceremony each Supreme Day. This tradition has continued throughout the years. Both the Tech Library and the bookstore were to be moved from the Arsenal into the new building after its completion. Currently, the Media Center holds the library, the bookstore, the Centennial Museum, which was created in 2011 in time for the celebration of Tech's 100th birthday in September of 2012. After construction was completed, 3 new facilities were dedicated on Friday, October 14, 1977, as a part of the $9.2 million building project on the Tech campus. Ceremonies began with an open house of the new facilities. The new auditorium was dedicated to the late Hansen H. Anderson, principal of Tech from 1937 to 1958, who was also known as Mr. Tech. His 2 children attended the dedication ceremony. The newly remodeled Career Education Center was named after George L. Lone, who was the former manager of the Buildings and Grounds Division of IPS. One of Mr. Lone's children attended Tech. This remodeled center allowed for the addition of barbering and cosmetology courses to the career education programs at Tech, as well as courses in cleaning and pressing. The new Cecil LMcClintock Instructional Media Center was dedicated to the 4th principal of Tech, who served as principal from 1958 until retirement in 1963. Mr. McClintock's widow and daughter, a Tech graduate, attended the ceremony, along with his grandson, Kent, who was also a Tech graduate. The massive building project also included the new physical education complex and Olympic-sized swimming pool. This part of the project was dedicated at a later date, but was part of the open house on October 14th. The Centennial Museum was created to celebrate Tech's 100th birthday in September of 2012, and was supposed to be a one-year project on the second floor of the Arsenal, but became so popular it has become a part of the campus. It was moved to the McClintock Media Center in 2015, when Room 8 in the Arsenal was needed for the Law and Public Policy program that was brought to Tech from Shortridge High School. Now the museum is located in 2 rooms of the Media Center, and there are also displays and cases in the library between the 2 rooms. Everything in the museum has been found on the Tech campus or has been donated by Tech alumni and their families. Cecil LMcClintock, Arsenal Technical High School principal from 1958 to 1963. A good description of Cecil LMcClintock from the 1959 yearbook. A genial smile, a cordial greeting, and a remarkable memory for names and faces seem to be the trademarks of our new principal, Mr. Cecil LMcClintock. Before school, we can see him in the main office building, bidding the time of day with our faculty members. In the halls and on the pathways, he often stops to chat with students. Mr. McClintock came to Tech as a mathematics teacher in September of 1925, after having taught for 6 years in Lapel, Indiana, and for 1 year at Noblesville. He graduated from Indiana University with an AB degree in 1924, and later in 1930 obtained his master's degree, also from IU. Mr. McClintock is well fitted for the job of principal, for no one knows our curriculum better than he. From 1937 to 1945, he served as a vice principal, handling attendance and boys' discipline. From 1945, he was in charge of all program making, sponsor room organization, and curriculum. Our chief advisor has found many problems connected with his new position as our principal, but giving him courage are his cordial smile, his efficient manner, and his motto, "I strive to do the best I can, and particularly for others," and his 10-word philosophy of life: think straight, live right, help others, and trust in God. Cecil Leo McClintock was born on April 13, 1895, in Indiana. Mr. McClintock began his 51-year teaching career in a one-room district school near his hometown of Lapel, Indiana. He taught in both Lapel grade and high schools, and also in Noblesville before coming to Tech. Mr. McClintock was appointed as Tech's principal upon the retirement of Hansen H. Anderson. He was Tech's principal when Tech inaugurated the 4 diploma system in 1958, where students could choose one of 4 available diplomas to work toward during their high school career. Before his retirement from IPS, many Tech faculty and staff members, alumni, PTA members, and retired teachers attended a banquet in his honor in April of 1963. He retired at the end of the school year, but unfortunately passed away on October 22, 1963, after suffering a heart attack. Hansen H. Anderson Auditorium, 1977. The new auditorium was dedicated to the late Hansen H. Anderson, who was Tech's principal from 1937 to 1958. He also served as a mathematics department head and vice principal during his 46 years at the school. Anderson was known as Mr. Tech because of his dedication to the school. The new auditorium seated 1,500 and was designed so that it may be broken into 5 lecture areas, 2 of which are located in the balcony. The facility includes a stagecraft classroom and laboratory, dressing rooms, and costume and prop storage areas. The pipe organ previously located in the gymnasium was relocated into the auditorium orchestra pit. The second floor includes an overhead passage which links the new stage area with the existing music department above the cafeteria. As third principal of Tech, his term was the longest. Mr. Anderson had administered the state's largest high school for 21 years and was part of the school's life, as he was one of the founding faculty members in 1912. He always had time to recognize the worth of people and he had an outstanding ability in extracting performance from his staff, students, and community.